Uh, Today we will tell you about Lamongan and Tuban. My name is Chico, and our member is Febri, Cynthia, Desi, and David. The agenda is first, history Lamongan and Tuban. Second, rundown. Third, food and beverage. History Lamongan and Tuban. The name Lamongan comes from the name of a figure in the past. In ancient times, there was a young man named Hadi. Because he got the rank of Rangga, then he was called Ranggadi. Ranggadi was then named Mbah Lamongan, a designation given by the people of this region. Because Ranggadi is good at ngomong rakyat, good at building areas, and adept at spreading the teachings of Islam and loved by all its people. From the origin of the word Mbah Lamongan, this area is then called Lamongan. The Tuban comes from the abbreviation of the word Metu Banyu in Javanese, which is the name given by Raden Arya Dandang Wacana or Adipati at the time of clearing the Papringan forest, which unexpectedly came out of the air source. This water source is very cool, and although it is located on the north coast of Java, it is not salty, unlike other coastal cities. Formerly Tuban was named Kambang Putih. From the 11th to the 15th century in the reports of Chinese writers, Tuban was said to be one of the main port cities of North Java, which was rich and had a large Chinese population. Day 1. 6 until 7. The tourists are picked up at the airport or station, terminal, or hotel from the city of Surabaya. 7 until 10. The trip to Lamongan takes approximately 3 until 4 hours. 10 until 11:30. Activities in Makam Sunan Derajat. 11:30 until 12. Lunch at Asih Jayaputra Restaurant. 12 until 12:30. Journey to Wahana Lamongan Bahari. 12:30 until 16:30. Activities in Wahana Lamongan Bahari or BPL and Maharan Cave. 16:30 until 18. Journey to Masjid Agung Lamongan. 18 until 19. Dinner at Warung Kaliotik. 19 until 20. Journey at Alun-Alun Lamongan. And 20 until 21. Check-in at the Bougainville Syariah Lamongan Hotel.
Okay, one of the places you can visit while in this city is Tomb of Sunan Derajat. It is one of the figures who spread Islam, especially on the island of Java, making him one of the most respected figures even several hundred years after he died. Every time this place is almost never empty of pilgrims for almost all a part of Java Island. In this place there are also some of him remain which are still preserved today. Visiting this place apart from pilgrims, you can also add knowledge about his lesson in spreading Islam. Next. This Lamongan Marine Urim is a family tourist spot which consists of various sea rides. There are various water rides such as pirate pits. You can gather with your family while spending time playing water. At the entrance, there is a large crab image that has become an iconic part of this tourist spot. The price of entering this place is quite affordable, so you can invite your whole family to vacation together there. There you will not realize to spend a long time because there is so much fun. Next. Maharani Cave is believed to be one of the places where Islam spread at that time. This place is also a place to stop and gather for guardians of Songo when spreading Islam. The room in the cave is also a place for ritual to perform worship. This mosque has been built since 198 and has seven style architectural model. Next, take Moscow with a Chinese courtyard to canoe or water reservoirs and two paving stones. This character is associated with the history of Kedaton Giri in 105-69, which is thought to have a connection between the two. Next.
Next, a public space of approximately 4,900 square meters is provided by the Lamongan government for the general public with several facilities. At this location, there is also an air patrol aircraft which is used as a monument. The aircraft with hull number P086 and 2255 is usually used by the public to take pictures as a background. The plane that was not operating was deliberately used as a monument in Lamongan Square to attract the attention. Next. In day 2. At 6 until 7 o'clock, there is a breakfast at hotel. At 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock, there is a journey to Beach Kutang. At 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock, there is activities on Kutang Beach. At 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock, there is a lunch at a restaurant around the beach. At 12 until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there is activities on Telogo Sadang. At 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock, there is make a pilgrimage to the grave of Sunan Sendang Duhur. At 5 until 6 o'clock, there is a dinner at Lamongan Baronan Rise. And at 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock in the evening, there is activities at Sukodadi Carnival. And last, at 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock, we back to the hotel. Look at the picture. This is the picture of Kutang Beach. This beach has a stunning natural panorama, which is combination of white sand beach and extensive mangrove forest. This is the picture of Telaga Sadang. The beauty of Telaga Sadang itself can be seen from the surrounding limestone cliff, which from a unique building with various gradations, especially the green lake water that surrounds it, making Telaga Sadang very unique and beautiful. The former excavated limestone mine is filled with rainwater so that it forms like a lake or a lake. It looks more beautiful with the white limestone cliffs that surround the Telaga of Sadang. Next.
The term on Sunan Sedanger has a more minimalist and artistic sweep compared to the tomb of Sunan Derajat. When about to enter the burial area, there is a gate that forms a memorial monument. Then entering deeper, there is a Paduraksa gate decoration with thick wood for carving, and are two black stones resembling a kalahit which is linked with Hindu nuance. The location of the Sunan Sendang Dhuwur tomb is the back area. This requires visitors to pass the wooden gate again. Next. Sugadadi Carnival is a night tour that is very popular with visitors because this one tourist spot presents a variety of game rides that carry modern and traditional themes. Apart from the rides, visitors will also be present with culture performance and art circus. Next. Day 2 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock breakfast at hotel. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock journal to Bayu Langse Waterfall. 11 to 20 Lux will enjoy the view in the waterfall. To 24 8 tour journey activity Goa Putri Asli. 12 to dinner the Rock restaurant. And back to hotel. There is a clear stream of water the tourist attraction. Its name is Bayu Langse Waterfall. The flow of clear between the natural rocks and the green of the terrace will show something. The effort is also still natural. It's suitable for the you to fashion in a cool place. It's a color that is famously from the civil there also sweet taste is different. You can see outside. Actually, location is both of Samad district. Next.
All right, next is the next tourist attraction is Gua Putri Asih. The beauty of the cave does miss anyone because ornament from cave in the form of stalactites that give the nuance of matter is amazing. There are 6 large rooms in the cave, and later when you see the cave cap, you can see how beautiful it is as well. Most who come to Goa Putri Asih will spend time taking picture. The location of the cave is in the thick forest area of RPH Nguluhan village. Next. The main menu that is the mainstay of Ndoro Bay is kari rajunan. This dish has become one of the main destinations of tourists when coming to Tuban Mukensi. Some of the dishes served here have a spicy taste, but of course you would do not spicy, no need to worry. Next, the concept of the next nature tourist has a variety of facilities that are adequate to make interesting tourist spot in order to be visited. There are many rides that make your vacation more exciting, such as flying fox, high rope, hammock, wall climbing, to outbound training. TPK Jatirogo Tuban Treehouse is suitable for those who want to travel with adrenaline-pumping sensation. This tourist location is located in Sadang District, Jatirogo. Do not forget to keep the tourist location clean because it has been arranged in such a way as to provide comfort to the visitor. Alright, next. That's all. Thank you for your attention.